Grace Kelly, what a song that is. And it kind of came about in an unexpected way, didn't it?
Oh, I was so angry.
I was so angry, I was so fed up.
And I'd been trying to write songs, and I thought I was going to get a break. And I went in and I played the songs, and you know this feeling. The person who was listening to it just skipped through. And I went back to the house, and they were like, "No, sorry." And I went back to the house, and I tried to kind of like get my emotions together, and I just sat down and I wrote, I could be all these colours, that could be everything. I was like, this song is so ridiculous. But I was like, but I'll send it anyway. And they never called me back. But luckily, someone else did a year later.
Wow.
But that's the way it is, you know that, out of frustration, out of fear.
Yeah.
It's normal to worry, but you've got to respond joyfully.
Yeah.
Because we have this amazing ability to respond joyfully to ridiculously difficult situations sometimes. And that's what Grace Kelly was.
Yeah. And the fact you can go home and bash your piano.
Yeah, oh, trust me, I only know how to bash it. I listen to people playing Chopin and stuff, but I'm just a basher.
But it's funny, you know, you talk about, you know, sometimes songs can come from strange places or, you know, emotions or different feelings. And, you know, we saw there your new song from the first English language album that you've had in 7 years.
In 7 years, yeah.
Immortal Love from it.
Because I did make a French album before this, but understandably no one heard it.
But this is the first English language one in 7 years, as you mentioned. And that song, Immortal Love, that song, it was written about a very special person.
The album's called Hyperlove.
Yes.
And I can tell you're a fan of dogs already.
Yes.
But my album's called Hyperlove, and it's this brilliantly weird kind of response to the world around me. Trying to understand at 42, almost 43 years old, like, how to reply to the world without losing my spirit. And which is kind of what we always try and do in our shows and in our music. Yeah. And so I wrote all these different songs about all these different kinds of big, crazy situations, some of them really dark. And, you know, and at the very last bit, I was writing the last song of the record, and out of nowhere comes my dog, 16 years old, puts her feet on my feet and looks at me, and I was just saying, I'm so dumb. What is love? That's the question I ask at the beginning of the album. Well, there it is. It's in the dog. She's just looking at me. There's no difference. But it was also about that she left about 10 days ago. She passed away. And then, but this idea that, you know, loss leaves little holes in you.
Yeah.
And if you can make music, or if you can make something, whether it's a parent, whether it's a lover, a sibling, or a dog, like, you have to fill it with something. Because otherwise you just end up with so many holes in you, you can't walk straight.
Like a sieve.
Yeah, well, like a sieve. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like a sieve.
What's the next song?
That's the new song. Like a sieve. There you go.
Like a sieve.
And that's why you are a national treasure.
Mika, we want to talk about it because people loved you in the piano, that series. It's so fantastic. It's returning as well. We showed a beautiful film last year with one of the winners, Lucy. We can see that here. Gary, I know you're a big fan of this show.
I absolutely love it. And last year I had Brad Keller on tour with me.
I know.
He opened every night, and it's the first time I've ever known a support act make the crowd completely silent. They listen to him.
The first person in this business who sent me a message after the first episode of The Piano, which was literally a couple of days after we spoke about it, and I was trying to say, oh, there's this thing that happens, there's these moments, and I was talking about Lucy. But the first person was you.
Good.
Yeah, you should have Gary as a guest on it, because
I would love to.
That would be amazing.
Anytime.
There you are, you've got loads of time.
Be careful you said that, yes. Exactly. It's very dangerous.
But you've said, Mika, that programme in particular has helped you reconnect with the UK.
Absolutely. It helped me reconnect with the UK, but not just London. The UK.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that changes everything. Standing there in Glasgow, standing there in Liverpool, in Sheffield, in Leeds, living moments like that, seeing how music kind of unifies all of this. You know, now I've got this big tour coming, which is, for me, a really big deal, because it's the first time I can bring my arena show to the UK, and we do that in 10 days, in 2 weeks. But I wanted to start by bringing my piano around tiny venues, and so tomorrow we're in Liverpool, we're doing 2 shows, and just like, and I'm opening up my world, like as if we were in the studio, and I just sit down on an armchair. My dog was with me yesterday. We did it in London.
Yeah.
We're going to Glasgow. We're going to Birmingham, and just kind of like playing my piano in these places that have helped me really kind of fall in love all over again in a different way with the UK. I was educated in London.
Yeah.
But now I've fallen in love with the whole country.
Well, we are so glad to have you here.
Yeah, really are. Really are.
Mika's album, Hyperlove, is out now, and tickets for his Spinning Out tour are also available. Now, tonight at 8 o'clock, landmarks around the UK, such as Edinburgh Castle and the Stormont Parliament buildings in Belfast, will light up during a national moment of commemoration to mark holiday.